Hello and welcome, y'all. See Caleb's here. Look like a good time, yeah. Almost all is good. Just kicking back here. I was doing something, making transfer. So my little intro of jig dancing in Fort Yukon in 1998 went a little longer than I wanted it to. Hey, look, 11. Maybe I should just play straight up jig dancing the whole time. Just live stream straight jig dancing and music. Well, some of it was a two-step, I think. This is in June 25th, 1998. In Fort Yukon, Alaska, they had a Gwich'indian gathering there, I think, in 1998. That was a 6-hour tape. And I like this. Some of these 6-hour tapes because there was the same footage, but it was in 3-hour tapes, or 2-hour tapes, 2-hour tapes, but I had some damage either from old age or it got dry or wet or something. So in some of these tapes, there's some damage on the very top of the screen right up here. There'd be little waves, a little bit of something going on. But in the 6-hour tape, even though the quality is not as great as the 2-hour, it was no waves lines coming on the top, and the waves that come down on the top get kind of annoying when you really want to watch the footage throughout, and all of a sudden you look up at the top and there's waves. So it's kind of good that they compressed all 3 videos into a 6-hour long extended play, maybe just long play. Could have been extended play. I think there was standard play is 2, long play is 4, and extended play is 6. So I'm glad that they compressed it all into 6 hours because I have the same little bit better quality footage in the 2-hour tapes, but in the 6-hour tape, there's no wave going on the top. Have you been able to save most of the tapes that you found? And how's that been going? Yeah, most of the tapes. I think there's a few tapes that I haven't taken apart yet and put into a new body of a tape. Take the innards out and transplant it in an actual regular tape. I just haven't got around to it yet. There's like 3 that are sitting next door that I should work on soon. Should get to it. I was trying to take a break, and then, I don't know, 11 tapes fall into my lap to get it done. 80 degrees today, really humid. It's pretty nice here today. It's like 45 above. There, now I turn my volume up. I can hear when I'm clipping. I think I was clipping a bunch there. Yeah, it's been nice out today. A little windy, not bad. Almost all the snow is gone, even in the woods. Couple days. Yeah, you don't want to get burnt. Yeah. I was getting pretty burned out doing lots and lots of tapes, but it's kind of worth it, I think, just to hit it hard for now. And now I'm planning on heading to Fairbanks or other villages that might have VHS or 8mm high 8 and setting up shop in somebody's house or wherever they'll have me and just digitize everything they have and burn it on disc. Have a couple little memory sticks or memory cards. Buy extra memory cards in case they have 100 tapes, maybe I'll get like a 500 gigabyte memory, solid state SSD, and maybe a few cheaper ones in case they don't have so many tapes. Here, let's look at, that was 1998 Gwich'in Gathering. Let's look at a little bit of 1997 New Year's. Watch tapes with me. I think that's what I'll call this one. Some of our dancings. Let me plug her on in and turn it on. Yeah. Oh, you've been trying to make the snowshoes? Yeah. I don't really need the memory cards. I was some of the stuff when other people made videos about what I was doing, they got a little bit confused. I didn't really super need them. I spent a lot of my own money on doing some of this stuff, so I have what I need. I just bought bigger ones, 4 terabytes, so I can split up my work in between, do different sections, and that'll free up about 8 memory cards that I can reuse for other purposes. But yeah, you've the snowshoes. Yeah, snowshoes is a little difficult. I wish I could like make examples, easier examples, and then just like send them out so people can watch the video I made and then look at the example at the same time. Make them with thicker rope so you can see all the turns. But there's rules. These ones go under that. But let's play this 1998 New Year's. The first day of 1998 in Vinitai. No, I recognize. Is that Jeffrey? No, it's not Jeffrey. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is in Vinitai, in our community hall. They're planning on building a bigger, better community hall. But this one has a good enough for dancing. Heck, I've seen videos from way back where they're just dancing in somebody's house. So if you really want to dance, you'll dance anywhere, even just in the middle of somebody's living room where you only have like a foot of space all around you. You'll bump into dressers and people sitting around the walls, so small and cramped, but they sure had fun. And they danced their little feet away, wearing Gwich'indian. Yeah, I should keep talking a little bit so no one can snag the audio up. Oh, looks like Clara. Yeah, there's Clara. Who else I recognize? Jeffrey. Can't recognize too many people. I was only 8 years old during this. 7 years old. Whoa, the exposure just happened or something. Happy New Year! Everybody's shooting gun. Yeah, I'm probably in these tapes too. It might be me right there. In the blue shirt from 7 years old. I've been in a lot of tapes. One time I sat around and I found myself in like 15 embarrassing tapes, talent shows, and just other things. Maybe I'll do it again. And just sit back and thoroughly embarrass myself. Even YouTube took the comments section off because I was showing myself as a kid, so it didn't have any comments. I was like, hey, I'm bullying myself in the past. It's like a big jug of juice. Let me find like a Fairbanks clip you can play right quick. They're going up and like zooming into everybody's face. Here we go. There's some more Fairbanks. I made a little video of this and posted it somewhere today, but might as well play a little bit here. Yeah, I should do that, Caleb. Make a video of a normal day. Maybe tomorrow. That would be nice, if I could just film what happens tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's graduation. It's not very normal. But if we condense what I do and just skip over graduation, then we can kind of just like head down that way, go check the mail. I'll give you a quick overview really quick. Like 9 o'clock, a plane comes in. So that's something you can do. You can go check the plane, see who's coming in, see if a lot of mail came in. If a lot of mail came in, then later on, when you can go check the mail, see if your Amazon came in. And oh yeah, that's cool. Thank you for showing your friends. Yeah, we're up here. We're doing things up here. It's not just nothing going on. We're not just hiding out. Other things are happening. So anyways, you go check the mail, stop by the store, you go hang out you drink some coffee at the council office. If you got a job, you're already working at this point. During the winter, probably be out hauling wood. I like to haul wood in the morning, get a load of wood out of the way. And so you got the whole rest of the day to do something. You've accomplished hauling a load of wood, so the rest of the day you could do something. And just get something else done. Like I was digitizing tapes or pictures. But now we can still haul wood, but you don't have the urgency to haul wood because it's so warm out. Nowadays, I guess once we finish cleaning, spring cleaning, like your yard, getting ready for rain, putting away stuff that'll get damaged in the rain. That's always happening. I'm guessing you have to haul water from the river well, some people were during the winter. Nice cold, fresh river water. I don't know how good it is. I've been hearing things about water. But now we have a washateria where they treat the water treatment plant. So there's a hose that comes out. And in a lot of villages, it's like that. Most villages I've been to, there's some kind of water treatment plant. And you go out and you just go over there with a big old bucket, like a big old trash can bucket, like a big plastic brute. And then you fill that full of water in 5 gallon, use 5 gallon, hardware bucket to dump it into your inside bucket. And, that'll give you water for at least, 4 or 5 days if you don't use much water, or if you're cooking a lot, making a lot of soups. And some people just have, like I have right now, just like a 7 gallon water jug that I've been using. 'Cause I don't use a whole lot of water. So there's the washateria where we get our water. And so you could do that too if you're running out of water. The washateria has showers. I need to go and set up my shower system outside I had a little sump pump shower system. The washiteria had broken down, and I didn't really like to go there. It's like a public shower, in a lot of places like a campgrounds or even like laundromats in Fairbanks. There's a public shower connected to it, where you pay tokens and you jump in there. So that's kind of what's going on in our washiteria. You got a place to do laundry and place to take a shower and pump and haul your drinking water outside. So you could do that during the day. Hang out, what else you do? I don't know. It just kind of depends on if you're motivated to do things. Like right now, people are like out shooting geese. So that's really cool. I think if I shoot a shotgun right now, I'd get an instant headache because I have some kind of sinus headache problem going on right now. And I've been getting a lot of headaches. So I'm going in to get my head scanned for that. Oh yeah, right in the river. Yeah, in the hot summertime, you'll see people jumping in the river and shampooing and soaping up. I remember I used to see some people do that. I might take a long run now, like a 4-mile run, and just go and jump right in the river. And in that river, we used to swim a lot and grab our fish spears and spear us some tasteless sucker fish with the little Y bones. And it is, you can't really spear grayling. They wouldn't let you get that close. Oh yeah, a lot of pollen. Yeah, I don't know if it's that. I've had for like 5 months. I've had this sinus stuff going on, and it's really pissing me off. But it's all right. I don't staying positive about it. So what else do you do during the day? Certain jobs you could be out working on a trail, on a housing project, working on trash hauling, work at the store, do certain things. Summertime, get ready for 4th of July. 4th of July, it's fundraising. Sometimes there's a vacation Bible school here. There's always something going on. It hasn't been boring in the last few years. There's nothing really boring about what's going on. So this is... what is this? I forget. This is Athabascan Fiddle Festival, November 16th, 1989. Eagles Hall, Fairbanks. This is one of the older footages I have in the 80s. I don't have a whole lot of footage in the 80s. They sure got a good exercise out of all this dancing. I don't dance too good. What's going on in my mind and what my feet does are two very separate things. Fish camp is like June-ish, I believe. I remember having 4th of July at fish camp. So June-ish. The oldest tapes are, well, no, I didn't. Well, somebody else had re-recorded it on a VHS tape, but I think it was 1973. But the oldest footage is from 60, let me see, somewhere in the 60s, 69, I think. And that was burnt on a DVD. So that's like the oldest footage I found, but it was not on tape. I think it might have been 63 or 69. I think it was 63, the Old Crow. The oldest pictures or from the 50s. Slides. I see your question. It says, is there a... And then there's no continuation of your question. Let's see what else is going on. Anybody else out there? People on Facebook. Is there a Vinitai? Is there like a Vinitai or Gwich'in museum with old tools? I don't think so. I haven't seen any of our... Maybe in Fairbanks there's something in the archive. But that's what we need to get into. Because I see some old like hide tanning tools from way back in the day. I seen pictures of these tools. I was like, man, they should have really saved those tools and put it somewhere safe, buried in the ground to keep it safe. But that's what I want to try to do next, maybe, is to gather up anything old from even as far back as, well, from even in the 80s, let's say, stuff in the 80s, and then anything farther back than that. Gather up anything I could find of those and do something with it. It would be nice to have our own little museum, or put it behind some kind of safety glass in the new council. This new council office coming, maybe they could do something like that. But I always feel like it wouldn't be too safe. So maybe we ship it to a real museum and have it on loan at a museum or something, if possible. That would be awesome too. If people would take pictures of it, share it, you know. But there's a few things that would be awesome to put in there, like a sign. There's a couple old signs, like an old church sign from gotta be 60s or 70s, I believe. Yeah, it'd be nice to throw it in Fairbanks. Maybe people can appreciate it and take a look at it and say, wow, look at this old sign. But there's like this old snow machine and some old stuff like that. It'd be cool to kind of put it out in front of the new council and just maybe put a little plaque near it. This snow machine was one of the oldest snow machines in the village. It burned up in a fire or whatever. Some prominence to it. We're just here hanging out, talking to Caleb the whole time. Right on, Caleb. Thanks for coming here and commenting. It's something. I'm talking over all this old footage, and they can't pull the audio out and burn discs of the audio, so we're kind of disrupting kind of like content thievery. I would like to think. If they can pull this video audio out of here and, you know, just take it, they could take it, whoever's playing the fiddle, and just be like, here's a track from whoever this guy is, Bill Stevens or something, and then they would have a copy of the song he played in 1989. But instead, talking over it kind of stops it from happening. Here, let's find something else while we're at it. Hope all is well out there. Yeah, Jeffrey is pretty cool. He has really cool ideas. I'll leave it at that. There's Fort Yukon. This is more of our people dancing and jamming out. Fort Yukon is closer to Vinitai than any other village. But it looks like these dancers that I'm about to show look like they're from maybe Old Crow or somewhere in the Yukon or the Northwest Territories. From what I've seen from other footages, they dress the same, and they're just so in rhythm with their footwork. And they got all the cornmeal on the floor to make their slippers more slippery. Yeah, especially these groups that do this, these younger groups. They're very in sync with their footwork. They've practiced so much. So I think they're planning on doing more stuff like this, where they have like a dance group from here that really practices and gets it down to a science. Nah, man, I'm not very in sync in my head. I think I am. Keep messing up though. I need more practice. Need Jeffrey out there directing me. I kind of just never really practiced too much, and then at some point I just went to boarding school and left the village and just never really danced too much after that. Not big into dancing. Would try it out though if we had good time to practice, and so I didn't just screw it up and keep getting yelled at by everybody, showing me where to go. But if we had more practice, I think that's what the plan is to get a little dance group going, and so everybody knows exactly how to dance these dances. Anybody who wants to, and it would be nice to know too, because I kept messing up the square dance and midway, and it sucks when you mess it up. Everybody is telling you where to go. They're all nice about it, but it's not a very good thing. This is Fort Yukon Gwitch I think it's at first annual Gwich'in Gathering, June 22 to 25, 1998. We line danced in school, but that was years ago. Yeah. Well, if you know what you're doing, then it's not very embarrassing if you get pro at it. Everybody's such good at this jig. They all seem together. What is this one? I didn't recognize this dance. You see them like... Oh, this looks like... hey, this is rabbit dance, but you can't stop jigging, I think. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It looks like it. She kind of like chase him around. But you jigging. It's like a rabbit dance. They have this dance called rabbit dance where somebody chases the other person, like really runs after them. But this looks like a rabbit dance where you have to jig and you catch the other person by jigging. I don't know. I've seen like 2 or 3 brand new dances I've never seen before. These last like week or so that I've been finding other cool stuff. Here, I can read from the books. See what we got in Robert McKinnon. See what we have in Robert McKinnon's interesting book. What did we know about things? The oldest stuff. Alright, let's learn about decorative art. This is decorative art from the McKinnon Arctic Institute of North America, technical paper number 17. Robert McKinnon showed up here and found some informants and did a lot of good work to write down some of the earliest of histories. Tapes of elders playing the drums and singing. Yeah, maybe, but not so far back. Our drums kind of came a little later. The oldest stuff was fiddle dance, and then some of the drums, but not really elders. More of some just adults and kids hitting the drum and dancing to that. Let's learn about decorative art. In Aboriginal times, Indians apparently spent little time or effort on decorating anything other than their persons. Their simple decorative art has already been mentioned in connection with various aspects of their technology. The decoration consisted of most part of a few lines painted red ochre upon baskets, clothing, and dwellings, or upon their bone tools. The porcupine quill decoration sometimes used in their garments involved a flattened and either wrapped around sinew to make decorative, involved a rather more elaborate technique since the quills were first dyed and then flattened and either wrapped around sinew to make decorative fringes or embroidered into narrow bands using checkerboard and twill patterns. Porcupine quills were dyed in several colors by steeping in various vegetable decoctions, namely red from high bush cranberry, pink from the bilberry, blue from rotten wood of willow, yellow from an undefined leaf. Okay. What was our footwear? Here we go. Although the footwear, this is a footwear description. Although moccasin trouser was originally Chandler Gwich'in footgear, moccasins are now generally worn between summer and winter, or both summer and winter. They are made in three-piece style with toe seam and consist of wraparound upper single foot piece with toe seam and T-shaped heel seam. There's other descriptions of it. We're using moccasins. Dogs. Here we go. I was asking this question about dogs at one point. Although other Gwich'in tribes apparently used the dog as a pack animal in Aboriginal times, says Osgood, 1936b, page 64, my Chandalar Gwich'in informants were not in complete agreement at this point. Some stated that their people too had always used the dog for packing, while others thought this practice was recent. They all agreed, however, that in earlier days dogs were very scarce and were not used for pulling sleds. The few dogs they possessed were said to have resembled the white fox in both size and color. They were sometimes used in connection with hunting to run down wounded animals. Although dogs were not eaten by the Chandalar Gwich'in, they did not hold the animal in any particular reverence or taboo its killing, as it is the case among many northern Athapaskans. McKinnon, 1959, page 162. I don't know, that one guy was saying that dogs were here a long time and they were really old and we revered them. But McKinnon says otherwise. So say we all. Let it be written, so let it be written, so let it be written, so let it be done. Anybody remember the Ten Commandments when Ramsey was saying that? So let it be said, so let it be written, so let it be done. Strike the name of Moses from all the records. Strike it from history. We watched a lot of Ten Commandments and Ben-Hur. Man, Ben-Hur, Ten Commandments, The Robe. Man, those were epics. We watched epics. Fiddler on the Roof felt like an epic too. Man, when they came and they destroyed that wedding on Fiddler on the Roof and they kicked all the Jews out of wherever that was in Ukraine, I think it was. Man, that was intense. Yeah, Little House on the Prairie, man. I had to take a break of Little House on the Prairie. Is too involved. Started caring too much about the the actors and stuff. And I try not to watch too much TV because I have so much stuff I need to do. So I like a little background TV. You know, that's why I put on like Seinfeld sometime or something. Man, it's hard to put Little House on the Prairie in the background. There's always something going on, something important, something life-changing for multiple characters. Yeah. There they go. They got the sash. They look like they're playing touch football. They grab this. Oh, that's an actual big sash tied around them. Here's the real dance groups, man. Here we go. You see his wide stance? See, he has this wide stance going on there. Oh, he did some cool move with his hand. You seen that? Let's go back to the cool move. Right there, his cool move. Oh man, that's a move right there, man. That's tap dancing, cool move. You got that side to side going, and then you got the arm movement. See how they got the arm movement? Oh, bust the move on them, man. This was going down. Fort Yukon, 1998. Oh man, fished all day. How fun is that, man? Fishing all day. And they go. There goes the band, man. Oh, what's going on here? You seen that? Now, there's some moves going on here. I got all sorts of different signature moves. That's probably this guy's signature move. Here. You got that leg movement. Yeah, leg movement. Bust out some sick leg movements. Do that leg movement again. Put that little foot out there. Oh, we got some fast guy. A fast, high back kicking. And the women do a real awesome job too. Around here in this kind of area, we've every now and then you'll get some really good woman jigger that'll jig like this. But nowadays, a lot of this area of jig dancing is a lot of like one foot tiptoed and the other one kind of following it slowly. And you just kind of like hobble over that way. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just that's the style around here. And you can tell that this is more of like a Fort Yukon style, I believe. That's what's going on here. The other one is more of like a Canadian style. And this looks more like Fort Yukon. Or maybe just because it's kind of a baggy pants going on. And then in 1998. Oh, here we go. Here's some kicking. Here we go. Some kicking up the dust going on in this one. And some high kicking over here. Some quick high kicking on her part. Kicking up the cornmeal on the floor. The floor meal. My mic is pretty loud. See, I think in my mind, I'm like, I could do that, that's what I'm doing. But my mind and my feet are not highly connected yet. This feels more like Canada side, but elderly Canada side. Jig dancing. Yeah, trying to figure out the differences. You can see a little bit of differences after you've watched the hundreds of tapes. You can't tell a little bit of the differences. We should do a descriptive video of the different styles and name the styles. Like the high kicking falutin movements, and then the backwards ones, the moonwalking style. From like the amateur like myself would try to do some sort of backpedaling style, until I realized what I was doing. I was like, what am I doing? I'm just trying to moonwalk my way around. Instead of kicking forward and moving forward, it was always just like moving backwards. Let's see, what kind of style is this? This seems like Fairbanks-ish. Could be Fort Yukon or Fairbanks. But when you get to the older age, it changes a little bit, I feel. What's going on here? It seems more like a Fairbanks people. Or, let's see. Maybe I can recognize who this is. No, I can't recognize who this is. Fairbanks or Saskatchewan. Oh, you're coming into Fairbanks? It'd be good to get there when there's no fires. Because whenever there's fires, the smoke kind of settles in the valley of Fairbanks, the Tanana Valley. So if there is smoke, I recommend trying to find higher ground to do some sightseeing. But usually it's okay no matter what. Maybe hit the riverboat discovery. What are you going to try to do in Fairbanks, Caleb? Do you have anything planned? Cheetah Hot Springs. Let's see, what if I was coming into Fairbanks? I would, and if I didn't know anybody, if you knew people, maybe hit the gun range, drive to check out North Pole, go to Cheetah Hot Springs for a night or just a day, drive back at night. I would maybe head up to the mountains and just hang around the mountains. What else is going on? Riverboat Discovery is cool. I guess that's a tourist attraction. Riverboat Discovery is connected with Gold Dredge 8. But if you do go to the Riverboat Discovery, do not eat the salad if they are in glass bowls, or you might be biting down on shards of glass. Ooh, you're going to sue me. Riverboat Discovery, you're going to sue Pat. I work there and I have found shards of glass in clean salad bowls, and I complained about it every year, and yet, glass is much cheaper than plastic. Yeah, I guess so. It's okay. Let customers bite down on glass if if you want to. Forget about plastic that'll never go bad or never chip into glass. You want to go to some village? Yeah, that'd be cool. Hit the village. If people got time, if people are busy, it'll be hard to go out and do things in villages. If people have time, see, that's why if you have a good little tourist business in a village, then that's your time. That's the way you're supporting yourself, making money. And if somebody shows up and they want to, or they have an appointment with you in a village to go take a tour, or I think that Fort Yukon has a tour. So if you contact somebody in Fort Yukon, they might tell you if that little tour is still happening there. There's a guy who would drive you around and show you Don Young's house and The old village. So that would be cool if you prefer. But if you come to a different village where projects are going on, where work is happening, and you're not extremely planned out with contingencies of this person's going to bring you out if I'm busy, then you might just get stuck trying to do things on your own, and it would be pretty hard. And then people might not accept you in right away. So it's like, what are you doing here? You know, especially up here. If you don't know somebody up here, you can't really come up here. Let's see. Yeah, don't tell them. Just bite down on the glass. Oh, there's David Salmon and his wall of hair. Bad cat. I don't know what he... Let's see. Let's see what he said completely. Yeah.
So you use your education on fight for your right, your tribal right, your traditional right.
Way to go. Way to say it, David Salmon. He knows what to say. You know, use your education to fight for your rights and your native rights. And what he's saying, he don't die young. He live long time, he said. Because he's, sober guy. Here's an amazing story on the TCC website. If you type in David Salmon, my father, I think it's called My Father Saved My Life. Caleb saying his dad lived in Fort Yukon in the 90s. Oh, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Try to call them up. I don't know who you would call up in Fort Yukon. Maybe there's like a council office or something. I haven't been there in a few years. Maybe I should go there and solicit tapes. Anybody got any VHS tapes? VHS tapes. I will do your VHS tapes for a place to stay. I'll make it digital and put it on DVD for you. VHS tapes. High 8, mini DV, VHS-C. Where are you? Where are you? Let's see. There's another Vinitai clip. It says, first annual tribal meeting dance, 996. So this one is from 1996. And it's very loud. All this stuff is very loud. It is in very loud quality footage. So we're going to turn it down a bit. Has it been processed? See if anybody's commenting. Oh, you're over here on Facebook too, huh? We're just sitting here watching old footage from the 90s and the 80s and wherever I have on hand. Having a good old time talking over the footage so you can't take it. So you can't take the audio and say, hey, I got clips. I got long form audio. I'm putting a CD out. Sure look fun. I wonder if they're still smoking cigarette in the hall back in these days. Seen one where they're just lighting up, man, right there. Sometime in the 90s, son. Just smoking right there. Lighten up. Lighten up. Like everybody was doing it. Because, the smoke rises to the top. Little kids aren't breathing it in, right? Was that the logic? Or did doctors not say anything yet? Or do we just live by what the doctors say? If there's no hotels in a small village, what happens if someone shows up there? Let's see. If somebody just showed up, I don't know. Our villages are different because we're completely like private land village. But let's say if you just showed up in Fort Yukon. I guess you could try it. Well, I think there's bed and breakfasts in Fort Yukon. I guess you could try to find a place to pitch a tent or borrow a tent. Somebody would probably stop you in most villages and say, "Hey, who are you? You're a stranger." And then you could try to say, "Hey, I'm just here trying to check it out or visit your village. I'm sightseeing or something of that thing." Man, I don't know. It'd be so weird, and I'd be like, "What is he doing here? What are you doing here? When you're gonna bring the council, come talk to you. You must be a vagrant. No vagrants here." And they could just like freeze you out a bit. Yeah, you should really know somebody before you come here and have a good plan, because I don't know, we would kick you out. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if other villages, most villages, you would be, unless you knew somebody, and those you're just like trying to camp out in their village in a tent or something, it would be very awkward for you. And I don't know how good you would last in most villages, unless there's like a hotel or bed and breakfast that you stay at and had a good excuse and had a purpose. Purposeless people, I don't know, they don't very much last long in certain places. Unless there's like a gathering going on, that would be a good plan. If you wanted to find a place where there was some kind of gathering or celebration or something. But like I said, we're a little bit different up here. We're not the exact cookie cutter village. So, and there's nothing really cookie cutter about any. We're all individual villages, 200 something villages up here in Alaska. So, but it's almost imperative that you know somebody to go places and have a plan. Just showing up to most places, it's going to be kind of weird for a lodge or something. Yeah. Well, get on my live stream here. I'll put your face up and people will know who you are. And they say, "Hey, Caleb's coming. Caleb's coming to my village in Alaska. And if you plan on going somewhere, we'll find somebody else from that certain place. And we'll throw their picture up. And we'll have like 4 screens where we're all live talking to each other. And like, hey, I'm showing up at Caltag or Gruby, Galena to see something, to video the levee, the dike." And then people know who you are, and you'll be like, "Hey, do you have a YouTube channel or Caleb Duckman? I never really looked at your profile. I just see your comments all the time. I never expected." Let's see. Let me look you up real quick. I don't know if I can pull up your channel. I should look at your channel. Oh, I got no videos. Post a video. Show us who you are. Show your face. But yeah, I don't know if it's. It could be good to have a good lot of planning going on before you just show up, because certain things could happen too, especially if you just have a tent or something. It's not very, sometimes it's not very safe just to be hanging on the outskirts of sound in a tent, stinking it up, like even firefighting, you're not supposed to have food in your tent, and put your stinky socks in a bag so it's not out in the open, air and out, stinking it up. So bear comes in just wanting to take a bite of something because he smells something in there. That could become a little dangerous really quick. So it's better to have a good plan, man. Yeah, get you on there somehow. I don't know how. I guess I could Facebook message you the link and you could try to join. And it's a StreamYard link, so you might need Chrome to do it. Just to join. Not really sure. I'm pretty sure it's Chrome. And then we get you talking. Yeah, next time I'll definitely throw it up on there's not a lot of people watching. I don't think if I send the link out that it could be used nefariously. I think it just be used by whoever wants to join. Yeah, there you go. That sounds good. Yeah, next time, maybe this coming week we'll get you on. See who you are. And then you'll be known in small parts of Alaska. We're going to expand, man. It's time to expand. It's time to bring all of Alaska in on the Gwich'indian Broadcast system. The extended Gary Simple universe over here. And then we got to get him on here too with all this sweet knowledge of the past and interesting, cool stories of cold weather and survival. Then bring in guests from all over Alaska so we know what's going on at all times. And then when Governor Dunleavy does something we don't like, we talk about it. And we yell at him through the microphone. Yeah, we'll understand you, man, even if your accent is thick. Subtitles will pop up on Facebook. I don't know about YouTube. On Facebook, the subtitles are automatic. There we go. Army jacket. I don't know if he's bird hunting today or not. A lot of stuff going on. Maybe the weekends we'll try to get out there and get some footage of bird hunting. On the weekdays, there's just a lot going on. A lot of work to be done. So, it's really hard to get out there and live the subsistence life. It's expensive and it's time consuming. I should be doing it right now, but like I said, I had some weird headache problem that I'm trying to figure out and fix. Weird sinus headache, migraine problems. But yeah, and definitely next time, man, we'll try to get Gary over here too, and maybe we'll sit around and we'll try to bring people who watch the channels in on the game here. Throw you guys up on the screen. All right, enough of Vinitai. That's pretty cool dancing of Vinitai. In 1996, I was 6 years old. I might have seen me in there running around. Spring Carnival. That was a little bit of Spring Carnival footage. Okay, if you know Gary that good, then maybe you can set something up, man. Maybe you could visit us. There we go. This is a cool old event in Vinitai. It's called Sleeping Bag Race. 1997 Sleeping Bag Race. They just skipped the best part. Well, maybe not the best part, but they're in the sleeping bag. You got to jump out of the sleeping bag. I think you pack it up and you put it in your sled. Then you harness your dog. You hook up your dog to your sled and you take off. So it skipped a good part right here. They cut it out. See there in the sleeping bag, and all of a sudden there's somebody taking off in a sled. Okay, somebody's taking off, and other people are sitting up.
Michael stuck at loose?
So it's a game of speed, contest of speed, how fast you can set up your dogs. There they go. There goes 3 team at once. I want to see the ending to it. Wonder if there's ending. There we go. Let's rewind that a little bit. Then you come in and you unharness your dogs. Oh, a little bit of crash. I guess your little helpers can help you unhook your dog and stuff. Looks like you got a helper in this one. No room in the chute. No room in the chute for them. Then you got to get in your sleeping bag. You think you're supposed to take your shoes off. He's taking his shoes off. Hey, first place. First place in the sleeping bag race. What other events? What other competitions done at the carnival? Just like you got wood chopping, tea making contest. You got to boil water and make tea fastest. Target shooting. You race with snowshoes. Back when there was a lot of dog teams coming here and stuff, there was the dog races, snow machine races, bubble gum contest, pie eating, duck plucking, caribou leg skinning. What other contests? Egg toss. Anything with contests going on. Some more dog teams. Back in the day, there was a lot of dog teams that would come here. Big money would flow in and dog teams would show up. And there was like four or five dog teams here in the 90s and early 2000s, I believe. Someone kept shutting off and on the camera, and it's not very good. Favorite event would be, maybe I used to like the talent show, and now I'm watching it. It's so embarrassing, man. Watching myself sing these Weird Al songs and stuff. Oh, so embarrassing. But dog race, 3-4 dog team racing would probably be the funnest one for me. Just because when you're out there, it's just nice and quiet, and the dogs are cruising, and you're just watching out what you're doing and keeping an eye around you, and it's just nice being out there by yourself with the dogs. Sometimes dogs get tangled up, and you're gonna stop a team and fix them real quick, and you just take off again. They run so fast when you're like 5 dog race or 3 dog race. Everything happens really quick. Someone keeps shutting the camera on and off, and it's really annoying. Here, let's watch a finish, though. I see a finish here. Some kind of finish.
Christian Carroll, number 1 out, number 1 in. Yeah. Minute 4. Ooh. Annie.
Yes. What else can we take a look see at? What other videos we have on hand? Taking the New Year's. How about some more New Year's? Did we already go through some of this? Same old videos. Well, y'all, it's been an hour and 9 minutes. It is 8:32 p.m. This the day of our Lord, May 11th. And my voice is getting tired. I don't play video games. I played a little bit back in the day, like Rainbow Six and Unreal 3 and COD. We never really had the greatest internet for online video game playing. So it was more just, System Link and playing like Call of Duty on split screens. And just like some Super Mario Kart, I guess. So whenever I got super into any long form video games, I want my video games to end like a match should be about 10 minutes. Or some 2K. Played a lot of 2K, man. And yeah, maybe when Starlink gets a little better, I don't know, I just feel like, well, some people are playing online, even with the Starlink and its laggingness and its interruptions and whatnot. And I guess, with microcom velocity, maybe you'd be okay. But I just have too much work right now to try to enjoy anything else like video games. If I could finish to a point. There's no finishing. There's nothing going to finish. I was going to move on to something else, interview other people, and whenever I got time, I'll be, digging into more of the past and fooling around with stuff and going digging in caches if people want me to and trying to find something. I'm on a treasure hunt. This is never going to end, and I enjoy it that way. All right, Caleb. Hey, thanks for watching, man. And, hopefully things work out for your trip up this way, and we'll talk some more. I'll get you on, I think you're on Facebook too, huh? I'll get you on there and, hit you up or something. Try to get you on maybe the next live stream, if I can remember. Let me write myself a note. This is what I do nowadays. I write myself a note. Yep, I'll try to take some days just to relax, man. But yeah, God bless, and y'all take it safe out there. Watch out what you're doing. Like my dad said, don't walk around with loaded shotgun. No reason to. It only takes with 1/4 of a second or half a second or whatever to load your shotgun. To shove around in there. So, it's just better not to do it. Don't keep your gun pointed away from people at all times, no matter what. And just be careful on ice. Wear your life jacket. Carry a long pole if you're walking around on ice. And just stay safe out there, people. I want to see y'all around. Anybody watching this, I want to see you guys around sometime. Y'all take it easy. Bless you and have a good night. God bless.